I believe we are live. Please give me a moment. I'll make sure everything is working fine and we'll get started. Okay, everything seems to look good. The video is working and the audio is working as well. Lovely. Okay. Hello, my name is Jose and welcome to today's YouTube live stream. It is the 30th of September, 4 o'clock in the UK. It's not very bright and sunny. In fact, it's quite miserable and wet out there. I hope where you are, you got some decent and warm weather. Every weekday, I should say, we go live and we go through topics such as Google Ads, digital marketing, video marketing, pretty much anything to do with online advertising to generate new sales and leads for your business and for yourself. So hi Mike, yeah, you're just in time. You haven't missed anything yet, so we're just getting going. So the format of these sessions is very informal. If you haven't been here before, I'll go through a certain topic, and today it is about YouTube video ads, which I'll talk about in a bit. Then towards the end, I'm going to answer any questions you have, any problems you would like to share. And if you're just dropping by, lurking around in this channel and enjoying this live stream or viewing this video, then please do like, share and comment and just say hello and tell me which part of the world you are from, because we get our audience from pretty much all over the world. A lot from US, Canada, India, Pakistan, the Middle East, and Africa as well. We get quite a few people. All right, so hi Mustafa, good to see you as well. So where is my Google slide before we get started? I'm gonna put my phone onto silent mode so it doesn't disturb us. Okay, so we are good to go. All right, so every now and then we celebrate the win, and if you have got any wins, a new client, a new campaign which you have set up, or anything which is good news. There are plenty of bad news in this world at the moment out there, so we need some good news to cheer us up. So please do share with everyone. I'll put them in the comment box, and I'll start off with my lovely wife Farzana becoming the mayor of Leighton Linslade. So from now on, you guys would need to address me as Mr. Mayor, and you also would need to curtsy before you address me. I'm just kidding, but yeah, it's been she got formally inaugurated yesterday, was it, or day before yesterday? So yeah, we're all very pleased and happy that the town is in good hands at the moment. Another win and good news is we've just crossed our 13,000 subscriber mark. So if you haven't subscribed yet, so please do. The channel is picking up pace, is growing rapidly, and we'd like to keep on growing. So we truly appreciate your support. Those of you who visit our channel, watch the videos, comment, send feedback, and those of you who are regulars on these live streams, you know, a few of the names which I can reel off the top of my head: Adam, Mike, Sandeep, Richard, Mustafa. So we're building up a nice little community, and yeah, long it may last, and let's keep growing. Tomorrow we're going to ramp up our video marketing to the next level. So at the moment we're just live streaming on YouTube, as you know, but we are going to live stream simultaneously to Twitter, Facebook and Instagram. And as soon as my LinkedIn account is whitelisted for the live sessions, over there will be going live as well. So what this does is it is amplifying our message. I'm doing the work once, 30 minutes while live and a bit of prep beforehand, but our audience size is going to hopefully multiply by 4 or on 4 different channels. Now, if you think about it, this is going to be extremely powerful, even more powerful than what we are doing right now, because more people are going to come across or stumble upon our videos, our content. And as I've been going on about video marketing, if you don't start now, you never are going to start. So please just get started. You know, I cannot explain as to how powerful this medium is now. It is going to get even more powerful because this COVID is not going to go anywhere in the near future. It's going to stay here for a long time, and this is the new I should say, the new way to do business, to generate business and get clients. So hi Renata, oh, from Leighton Buzzard. Oh, brilliant. I think you are one of the very few who have come from Leighton Buzzard, so thank you for being here, Renata, and hope you enjoy this session as well. Adam, hi. And yeah, I've said hello. Well, anyway, hello to everyone. Okay, so please get started. You know, just start something and you push yourself to your limits. And if it's not being uncomfortable, then you're not pushing yourself hard enough. And talking about pushing yourself, and this is what we've done today. I have recorded my first TikTok video. It's not live yet. We just need to edit it. And I felt extremely uncomfortable doing these stupid, silly poses, which everybody seems to be doing. So you shall soon see our TikTok channel being live. Well, it is live, but we haven't got any content on there. So that's another channel where we are putting out our content and message. So, you know, you guys can see me. I'm pushing myself to the extreme limits, to the point that I'm being uncomfortable. And soon, after 10 minutes of recording, it was really good fun. So I think Sandeep was saying yesterday or day before yesterday, he felt uncomfortable talking in English because it's not his first language. Well, you don't need to speak, trust me. And okay, let me show you. I'm going to step back a bit. So all I did was 3 top tips. How easy it is. So let's see how it comes out. It might look dreadful, but we're going to carry on because, as I've always said, perfect as you go along. You know, don't be a perfectionist and don't try to make things absolutely 100%. Get it done and then just keep improving it as we go along. Okay, so to the main topic of video ads. So since we are talking about video, I'm gonna go through how to set up your first video campaign on YouTube through Google Ads. Now, a lot of people get confused. Well, I want to run ads on YouTube. Why do I have to go through Google Ads? Well, Google owns YouTube, and part of the advertising platform is that you've got Google Ads, where you set up the YouTube ads through that. So the first thing you need to do is to set up your YouTube channel, obviously, and the video has got to be on your YouTube channel. And then you go in. They've changed this recently. Where is it? Linked accounts, and you link your YouTube channel to Google Ads account. That's the first thing you need to do. The internet is really slow today. Don't know why. Over here, and then it's just you search for your channel, and once it comes up, all you do is just link it. Takes literally 5 seconds. It's that's easy and straightforward. Okay, so we're back to our interface, and if you do have any questions, please put them as we go along. I will come to those questions towards the end of the session. All right, plus new campaign. Now you get the choice of sales and all these other options. You go with the create with goal guidance. It does not mean that we are not setting up conversion tracking. We are tracking conversion tracking all the time. And then you got the choice of search, display, shopping, video. That's what we want. Then you got some more options over here. What kind of video ads you want to run: custom, non-skippable, off-stream, drive conversions, ad sequence, or shopping. We're just gonna go straightforward custom video, which will be the in-stream ad, where you get the skip ad button after 5 seconds and you can skip. So those are the ads, or you can also set up bumper and discovery ads, but we're just going to focus on the video in-stream ads today. We go continue, and you name your campaign name whatever you want. Bidding strategy, for the campaign which we are running, we select maximum CPV, which is cost per view. So every time somebody views your video, you're going to be charged by Google. So how much and how long they need to view the video is dependent on obviously how many people are in the, how many advertisers are in the auction. But the good thing is, if someone skips your video ad after 5 or 6 or 7 seconds, you as an advertiser get free branding and free advertising. You do not get charged. You only get charged when someone views your video up to a minimum of 30 seconds or until the video finishes, whichever is the quicker or sooner. So if somebody quits your video after 27 seconds, you had free branding, free advertising, you in front of that person and they're looking at you, listening to your message. Extremely powerful medium of getting your name out there and putting your business and your brand in front of your audience. So this is one of my favorite ways to promote, obviously, video. And what we are going to do is to, the target CPM is the cost per 1,000 impressions. So how many times, every 1,000 times your ads are shown, you will get, you can set up that bidding strategy, but you don't want to go that for now. We're just going to keep it simple and straightforward. Then what we need to do is we have our the campaign total or daily total. Now, if you're a local business and you just want to target people in a 10-mile radius or a 5-mile radius, then what you want to do is start with a very low budget. You can start with £2 or $2 or $1, and you'll start to see views coming in. But I would like to say £5 is not a huge amount of daily budget, and you can quite easily start with this and then slowly ramp it up if you want to go a wider radius around where you are, more cities nationally or perhaps internationally. Then you need to have a fair amount of budget. Then you have a choice of networks where you want to put them in, when somebody, so YouTube is the second largest search engine after Google. So you'll find, and you'll probably have done it as well, when you go to YouTube, there's a search bar at the top. You put in a search bar how to make a burger, how to play golf, or how to do whatever. So this is what it will show the ads in. We don't want that, because we want those skippable ads to come before or during any video. We want obviously the YouTube videos to go on there. And this is the display network, where Google Ads or Google Display Network covers almost 89% of the internet. So it can potentially put your ads on there. It's the largest advertising channel or network by a mile. And potentially your ads can go on places like CNN, Huffington Post, Wall Street Journal, BBC.com, all these high authority websites. So when somebody is on there and they all of a sudden see your video, you also get a brand lift because they see you advertising on those prestigious websites. And they go, oh, wow, Uzair is advertising on such and such website. So you also get a brand lift when you target high quality websites. And all these, Google has got over 2 million high quality websites on their books. So they can potentially place your ads pretty much anywhere you want. Then you want to go into location. You can either go everywhere, your country, or you can choose a location and you can go into advanced location. I can say I want to put in 10-mile radius where I am, Leighton Buzzard. So now I can see that in this radius my ads are going to be shown to only these people in this area. So I know that this is fine. I can save it. Languages, all languages, or you can choose your language. English, doesn't really matter. Inventory, you got 3 choices in here. You can compare and you can pick and choose whether you want to show on websites where there is profanity or videos of adult nature or violence and all that kind of stuff. So you can pick and choose where you want your ads to show through. Standard inventory is fine. It's okay. Then we go in here and then you can even pick and choose where you want to exclude your videos. So I can exclude from live streaming videos or mature audiences or wherever I want to not to show my ads. Then there's a little additional settings which many people miss out, and this is one of the most important places in setting up your conversions. I keep nagging everyone, I keep saying this all the time, do not, and I repeat, do not ever run your campaigns without setting up your conversion tracking. So you have got no excuses not to set it up. First thing you must do is set up your conversion tracking, whatever it may be. It takes literally few minutes. Set it up, and then you can choose whether you want to set up your conversions at an account level. So any conversions I may have set up in my account, it will be applicable, or I can pick and choose, if somebody submits a particular lead form or makes a purchase, which it isn't over here right now, you can select and set up your conversion tracking. Then you have your devices. You can either show on all eligible devices, which are computer, mobile, and tablet. TV screens, we don't have much data as to whether how good or bad it is, but more and more people are starting to use TV screens to browse the internet. You can also set up particular device to advertise on, or you can also go deeper and say I want to only show on iPhone or Samsung or on such and such network only if you have got a product which is only applicable. Let's say you are doing you make Apple case phone covers and cases, so you only want to show people who've got an iPhone, right, and or Apple device. Then you can pick and choose from here. But for most of us, this doesn't apply. Only choose where you want to run your ads. Frequency capping, you can cap. You don't want to annoy and cheese off people by showing your ads too many times, so you can cap it. And why would you show the same person 10 times? Because then your budget is going to run thin and you will reach lesser of an audience. So what you want to do is to cap your impression or a view frequency. View is if somebody has viewed your video for more than 30 seconds or more, or impression is, you know, they've seen that impression and they've skipped after 5 seconds. So if I was going to choose between the two, I would just do that, because I don't want to keep annoying them. And then you can pick up 1 or 2 or 3, however many you want, and you set this frequency capping up. So then if the same person is seeing your ads less times in a day, your budget is going to last longer and more people will be covered, and not the same people keep seeing the ads over and over again. Even though they may skip your ads and you won't get charged, but still, I want to make sure, I want people to see my ads. I want Google to charge me for the video views, and that's the whole point of getting people to notice my videos and to click on that video to come through to my landing page or website. Ad schedule, you can choose weekdays, weekends, individual days, 24 hours or 9 to 5, whatever you want. Then we go into the ad group creation. You name your ad group. I go by the name of the targeting, right? And I'll come on to that in a bit. And I tend to keep 1 targeting per ad group so I can see what's happening in that. And this is our targeting, right? You can target demo, audiences, keywords, topics, and placements. So in the demographics, you can have gender. So if you only want to target, let's say you're doing makeup products for women, then you take this out. Unknown, I tend to check it in because we don't know, Google doesn't know who they are. So at least we cut out the men from my advertising. Or it could be the other way around. If your product is for men, then you target the men. You don't want teenagers or youngsters and you only want to target older people, you can. Again, the household income, the data, I don't personally think it's as good as Facebook. It is getting better, so I tend to check all of these in, as well as the parental status. Audiences, you have loads of options over here. So because Google knows that I am in digital marketing, they are putting in, you know, business professionals, advertising marketing, SEM, SEO rush. Not rush, SEM rush, SEO and SEM services. So if I'm targeting this in-market audience, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to call this IM, which is in-market, and SEO and SEM services. Although I've got loads of them, I will then put them in a separate ad group, but I won't make all the ad groups now, because what I want to do is to make 1 ad group first, put the targeting in, make the ads, and then copy paste, and just keep changing the targeting. So you can have 1, you can have 100, you can have dozens, you can have as many as you like. Another good way of targeting is keywords, where you either put in a website or a landing page, or you put in your product or a service name, right? Okay, why is it not bringing up any results? Okay, there you go. So now I would put in all of these. This works completely the opposite way of the search network, right? Where we never do it, broad match and lots of keywords like this. If it's Nike football shoes compared to Nike tennis shoes, then you need to be careful, because we don't want to put in Nike running shoes with football shoes or any other kind of, see that over here, basketball sneakers. You don't want to do that. So you pick and choose your keywords which are relevant to each other and really tightly knitted, right? Then Google also has got lots of topics in here, so I can pick up business and industrial and see what we've got. In here we have got brand management, marketing, promo, products, PR, sales, telemarketing, and so on. So each, again, targeting per ad group. You can put them all in. That's the lazy way of doing it, and that's what I see all the time. But then the data gets really muddled. You don't know which of these targeting is working, which one isn't working. So separate them out, and it's much easier. Although it's a bit more work upfront, in the long run, you'll thank me. Placement. So this is like the exact match keywords, but on YouTube. If I'm selling football shoes, I think search for channels which has got football, and it's going to come up with all these football channels. Now I know for a fact that anyone who goes to these channels are interested in football. So I can place my ad, I can select all of them, and again, to do this the right way, one channel per ad group. So then you can see how much traffic you are getting per channel, and if you are getting good conversions and performance from Sky compared to CNN, then you can bid less on CNN, bid more on Sky, and so on. Bid, comfortable bid to start with is 10p or cents. If you don't get any impressions, bid up a bit more, keep bidding up until you start to get impressions. Now, bidding is where a fair amount of advertisers also get scared. Oh, if I bid £5, Google is going to charge me £5 for a video view or a click. No, they're not, because you are only going to be charged a little bit more or a penny more than the next best advertiser. If you want to be aggressive with your bidding, that's what you want to do, is to bid very aggressive and outbid your competitors so that you win the auction and you get your views. Then what you do is you just enter your YouTube video. Let me just copy a video URL so at least I can quickly show you. A video. So in the meantime, if you have any comments or questions, keep putting them in. It's tediously slow today. I don't know why, but there you go. Can't do much about it. Okay, we are here. I copy the URL from my channel and I will paste it. It's gonna find it. Okay, that's fine. Now it will ask me what I want to do. I want to do the skippable in-stream ad. Where does the link or the click go to? You put in your website address. Display URL could be your main domain name, but it could be a final URL, could be something like this or something like your main website / your landing page or whatever. It doesn't this needs to be the exact URL. The display URL, you can just shorten it up and don't need to put in the full URL. That's fine. The other most important thing when setting these ads is the call to action. See, keep an eye over here where my mouse is hovering. I check the call to click action button, and I've got now a nice little button. See, now over here you will see this as well, where your logo comes up, your name, your website, display URL, and the call to action. If I don't have it, you miss an opportunity, you miss a big trick, and all you're doing is showing your ads like this with the only call to action, which is skip ads. So you must put it in. You have call to action with maximum of 10 characters. I know learn more always fits in nicely for me. Or you could have something like buy now if you're selling something else, or sign up, or whatever your call to action could be. Then you are allowed one headline. Yeah, so I would say Google ads. I can't have training, but if I was putting something in, I need to make sure that it is less than 15 characters, so that word or the heading will go over here. Then all you also want to do is upload an image and this is where it will go. So you've got a really nice space, and this is where a lot of people miss another good trick. It's not a trick, but it's a great way to keep your name in front of people for longer, because even if somebody skips my ad after 5 or 6 seconds, this banner is going to stay there for a lot longer. So just keeps them reminding that them of you. And you never know that they might think, you know what, I'm going to try and see what this is all about. So you upload your video, you choose your file, which is 300 by 60 pixels. And once you've done that, I'm just going to create the campaign. And within a matter of 15-20 minutes, you have set up your first video campaigns on YouTube. Congrats. That's how easy it is when you know how. Okay, I'm gonna go to the comment box and see what the questions are. Mike, if you have made an admin of a Google Ads account, do you have equal ownership of the account? It really depends on how you are accessing the account. So if you are, let's say, an agency and you want to get access to somebody else's account, like we do, we request access through our MCC, which is the My Client Center account. The client will always be the client's, but we are an admin, but we don't own we never will ever own the own the account. So that's the best way to do that. And the other thing is, those of you who are working with freelancers, agencies, or other professionals, never ever ever give your Google login details to anyone. If they do ask you for your Google Ads or Google account login, run a million miles away, because they don't know what they are talking about. So that's the way to access other people's Google accounts through your MCC account. Adam. Hi Adam. I'm driving foot traffic to a local business. I'm developing a 15-second non-skippable ad. Okay. I assume this is more costly than a 30-second skippable ad, but maybe more effective to deliver final call to action. Yeah, you see, these are different metrics and different ads. The 15-second ads, or even the 6-second ads, if you are driving traffic for that to a physical bricks and mortar store, what I would do is I would have a variety of videos: 6 seconds, 15, and less than 60 seconds. So the 6-second ads, the bumper ads, are charged per 1,000 impressions. So you can keep on running those tens and tens and tens of thousands of times for brand awareness. And that's what you want to do. So it's not a question about which one is cheaper and which one is more effective. It's using them as a team of players. You got a player, a striker, a defender, a goalkeeper. When they come together as a team, you are more likely to beat the opposition than with all the guys who are striker or all the guys who are defenders, because you will have weak points. But when you have horses for courses, that's the right word, and you've got all these various ads, you run it through, then you start to see. But don't expect results overnight or within a matter of days. You got to tell the client, educate the client, and you control their expectations that, look, this is a long-term plan. The way this is going to work is increase in foot traffic, obviously, and also your brand term searches. Because what will happen is, people keep seeing your video ads, is they're going to go to Google and put in that company name, SF Digital. And then you will see in Google Analytics or Search Console how the impressions, clicks, and the traffic coming through to your website. So I would say run all three. Hi Mike, can you easily convert an Express Google ad account to a full Google ad account? Yeah, easily. Yeah, and unfortunately now whenever you make a new account, Google will take you through that process of setting up a new account, and you don't get the full access. If you don't know how to do that, you just call them up. At the moment you can't call them up, but you can just go to support.google.com and search for convert a express account into full account, or what they call the switch to expert mode, and it will go through no problem. Picking up from yesterday, once you set up an audience using competitor URLs, how do you integrate that audience into a currently running search? No, the display campaigns we were talking about, Adam, yesterday, because those ones will work on display as well as on video. On search, you should put up a RLSA, which is returning remarketing for search. What's that phrase? Completely skipping my mind now. RL, remarketing list for search ads. So you bid up. So if somebody has come to your website, then gone away without converting, then they've gone back to Google and they've searched for the same or similar terms, you can bid 20%, 40% up on those RLSA audiences, and you're more likely to win that auction because you are bidding very aggressively compared to your competitors, and they're going to click on it and they hopefully come back to your website. Hi Manvinder, how to show text ad as well on YouTube along with the video ad. So that's for the discovery ads, which obviously I haven't covered today, but if you Google or search our YouTube channel, I have covered that, and I will be covering that topic as well in the very near future. Hi Sandeep. Yesterday when I'm trying for search ads in advanced settings, it showed tracking option in ad setup for landing page. How does it work? And it's asking for a landing page URL. Yeah, you don't need to go into that. It is if you don't know at the moment what you want to do, I wouldn't worry about setting up that tracking option. What you need to do is to make sure that you have set up your conversion tracking, and it's very difficult to explain to you how you would set this up right now. Make sure you set up your conversion tracking, and that's linked to your Google Analytics account, imported your audiences, and if you've got any micro goals set up in Google Analytics, bring them in, so then you get a really bird's eye view of your campaign. You're most welcome, Mike and Adam. Mustafa, how to copy and paste an ad group in Google Ads Editor? You can do it in the interface as well. It's a lot slower, and let me quickly show you. But in Google Ads Editor, it is lightning fast. So if you got anyone has got any further questions, please put them in. Otherwise, I'm going to wrap it up for today. Okay. Internet is really slow. Okay, there you go. So we just set up this campaign. You have got, come on Google, go into your campaign. You got your ad group, select it, copy, paste. It will ask you which campaign you want to, in the same campaign or in some other campaign. I want to do it in the same campaign. You can either pause it, it doesn't matter really. But what you want to do is then change the name and the targeting option or the audience or whatever. Now you can see it takes a good few seconds before it will paste over here. Now if you've got 15, 20, 30 ad groups to do, you're going to spend at least hour, 2 hours trying to do this, whereas in Google Ads Editor, it's a matter of literally seconds. You copy paste, change the audience and the name, and I can copy paste at least 20 odd ad groups in 10 minutes or so. It's that quick. Now I've got that. Number 2, it says here, I'll just change that to whatever that targeting was, advertising. Then I'm going to go into this ad group. I'll then go into, this is tediously slow over here. So I'm in that ad group, I'm in that audiences. I'm going to remove that audience and then put in the new one. And then the ads have already copied from the ad group level, and all you are doing is to add that channel, add that audience. Sandeep, can we edit old campaigns? Yeah, can edit any campaigns, enabled or paused, no problem. When you change something in a campaign, you are pretty much editing it, so yeah, there's no problem with that. Nikhil, we can only pause the campaign, right? We cannot delete it if we don't want to run that particular campaign. I tend not to delete anything from the account because I want to keep the data for the future if I want to go back and see what was happening and what wasn't happening. If you delete things in the account, then you lose it. I would say just pause it. It doesn't come in the way. And all you do is you go to the campaign level. And I know why you want to delete it, because you think you probably have got all enabled. The status over here is all. That's why you see all the old ones which have been paused. As you can see, all of them have popped up. It just clogs up the screen, right? So what you want to do is you can do that at ad group, campaign level, ad group level, keyword level, and pretty much all over the interface. Now I'm only saying my enable campaigns. Cool. So thank you, boys and girls, for staying with me and being here today, and I appreciate that very much. And again, once again, thank you very much for subscribing to us. We're thrilled to have passed 13,000 subscribers. If you haven't subscribed, now is the time and the chance to, well, you can subscribe anytime you like, but now is the time to subscribe. So that's it for today, and today is Wednesday. Yeah, I will see you tomorrow, because Friday it will be Farzana's turn to go live. So till then, stay safe, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Bye for now.